Question.
It's really hard to say because Numbani always has been, despite of what the meta is, its own animal. So teams will run its own thing, regardless of it being Numbani. Now, it does not look like anyone's going to try something a little off-kilter here. These look like pretty standard new patch lineups so far. Although a Symmetra would be the first sighting today.
Symmetra would be coming out, and Symmetra, I think we've been seeing her a little bit less in general as of late, and the real reason for that is just the fact that you think about what Symmetra likes going for and all the rest. You want to have your teleporter up for quite a while, but teams have gotten really good at just diving back to teleporter, and that's probably going to continue as teams run Diva a little bit more and all the rest. Just harder to get value off it. In fact, take a look at the defense here. Symmetra is gone. The defense is going to be here for the side of the Bringos. You're on the Widowmaker. Zaf on the Roadhog. Ladano on McCree. Actually, is You're going to be on Widow? I feel like he might be changing this up. We'll find out in a moment. Maybe it's going to be Zenyatta. So you're on the Zenyatta, Zaf on Roadhog, Nutty B on the Mercy, Ladano on McCree, Mint on the Diva, and Shade's going to be in the Genji. And I'll tell you what, Hex, probably not going to be seeing Ladano change too much from the McCree today.
No, it seems that once you have your McCree locked in, that is a lifelong contract in this current patch. So you'll imagine that he's going to be playing the McCree for them. Now on the Evoks side, it is going to be Logix on that McCree. Micro will be playing the Lucio. Ubi is on the Genji. Evok is on the Zenyatta. Relay and Nesh gonna round it out with a couple of tanks in Winston and Diva respectively. So same old dive comp.
Yep, single dive, or the double dive comp coming out here from the offense, and I gotta say, Ana's still milk carton status right now. Who knows where she is? Relay, though, going to lead the way, jumping right into the backfield. Diva, not so lucky, actually got hooked right down. You gonna try and live right now versus Hog, will live. The Diva Blaster doing work. Has both sides trying out kills, but look at Ladano on a triple kill, on a quad kill. Mick left click, Mick LMB himself. Oh my goodness.
I'm loving it.
That was the Ladano show. They didn't kill Ladano. It just annihilated the entirety of the offense coming out from the Evoks.
Right, well, despite McCree being really good, I like what they're doing here on the defense. I've seen it shut down this kind of offense before, where you put your Roadhog on this opposing ledge, and then the first tank to dive in gets hooked out of the sky. Really kind of nerfs that offensive push, and it's been Diva the last couple times I've seen it. It's a really cool strategy. He's going to try to get a position there again, is Zaf. It's a little late up there.
Alrighty, so the offense right now pushing the Ladano. They know who the threat is, but while they're looking at that, Zaf was able to pick off Micah in the back. They're down to Lucio. Ladano now has the high ground. This is everything a McCree can want as a fight gets to its latter stages in the offense. Just going to go down. Nope, not even the mighty Dragon Blade is enough. Just welcome to Mr. Flashbang. Oh, not like this.
A Mick meta.
A Mick meta. Oh, man. Well, definitely working out right now in favor of the Bringos. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. The way this is going, I'm not sure that Evoks are even going to get through this first point.
Well, they have 2/3, so that's helpful.
That's true. They do take out Shades really early, too, so this is already going to be a 6v5. Evo does land the long-range Zenyatta poke. So Commentator's Curse coming in. Diva's going to go down. Here comes a Deadeye in just a moment here from Ladano, but we'll see if it's enough. Deadeye comes down.
Get on the point.
He just pops it early. He doesn't want to wait too long. A lot of that guy get taken out by the Transcendence, but he takes out the Genji as Ladano right now putting on a McCree clinic. Runs right into the other McCree, stops his Deadeye.
We're on the point, though.
The point, Zaffi, I'm not going to blame Ladano for that. I think the Winston could have stayed on there, but definitely a misplay coming out from Bringos. They're going to have to back out.
Yeah, but that happened because they already had 2/3 on it. I mean, had that been an uncapped point, there's no way that they're able to take that just by the brief jumping off of the point there. So a mistake. That is clearly a mistake. There's no reason they should have given up that point. They were winning that fight.
Well, either way, offense will be moving forward. Perhaps a little bit of mistake by the Bringos, but thus far they've looked dominant. If there was a scoreboard right now, it would be highly tilted in favor of the defense. I'll see if they can keep that up as we watch Ladano here once more.
Yeah, they're just giving up a lot of ground, though. I mean, it's up to Ubi. He's been the one harassing Ladano. There he goes, gets him.
Yep, does reflect the flashbang, opens things up, almost goes down to the Diva Bomb, has to watch out. Still though, 2 kills coming out here from the side of Evoks. Make it 3, they have Bringos a little bit more on the ropes than they have been. The res though does come out, which means Ladano is back in play, once more looking for Oob. Here comes the Dragon Blade once more. Oob slicing and dicing again for us, Ladano right off, takes him out. Gets the other Genji, and Oob coming in with the Dragon Blade. New life coming in from the Evoks after what was a pretty rough start.
Yeah, I think they gave up a little too much ground there on the defense, and it was just really nice play out of Oob. It's just going to be on him. He's going to have to try to 1v1 Ladano. If you can take him out of the fight, that's great. It's a lot easier said than done, of course. Ladano on that McCree, but he was at least harassing him, making him uncomfortable in the position, which really hurts his effectiveness.
Well, the key thing here is that it does seem like Bringos is clutching on the McCree, especially for the defense. I mean, when Ladano is down, everything changes. I mean, that's sort of a microcosm of the time meta. When McCree's down, period, it's good. Speed Boost, though, comes out here with the Deadeye. Deadeye going to go down, does not get what he's looking for. Has to run away from the Diva Bomb. Not able to take out Diva before she gets back to her mech. 3 kills now from the offense. Oof. Logic showing us his McCree chops on the triple kill. Down goes Ladano. Zarya going to go down in turn. And Evoks, after what was a shaky beginning, Hex, they could actually salvage a really fast time out of this.
Yeah, they are flying right now. No resurrection, of course, to bring anyone up. So if they can just stall out, really nice positioning on that door by the Diva. Takes
427.
That's really fast.
That is quite the turnaround. I mean, it seemed like the way Ladano was playing, they were going to hold at first forever. They lost one fight, and then from there, it just went completely downhill. And by the way, credit where credit's due. What really set up that offensive push that did for them, as good as McCree is, Shades got taken out by a kind of rando Zenyatta orb coming out from the offense. And with Shades down, that gave them the 65 they needed. Yep. And from there, they weren't really stopped.
They were still winning the fight when they gave up the point, though. So you have to just look at just basic awareness of keeping a body on the point. Because they like I said, they'd won that fight. They were going to be down to their last push to take that point and just kind of spaced out on it. And then they just absolutely got crushed in the streets phase.
All right, we'll take a look here at the defense as it rolls out here from the side of the Evoks, a defense that doesn't actually have to hold for that long. Really, again, they saved themselves on their offensive resurgence. It's going to be Evoke on the Zenyatta, Logic's on McCree, Nesh going to be on the defensive Torbjorn, Oob going to be on the Genji, Micah going to be on the Mercy, and Relay going to be the final piece here on the Winston.
All right, so a little Mercy, little old school meta here coming in with the Torb and the Mercy. Now offensively, you know, because she's a good tank already now, and this is what we used to see, you're going to see a Diva. That's going to be Shades on that. Yuri is going to be playing the Zenyatta. Mint will play a Reinhardt, not something you always see on Numbani. Nutty B on Lucio right now. We might see some switch ups, so that makes a little bit of sense. It looks like they're going to go right up Broad Street on this. Ladano is going to play his McCree. Zaf for the moment on Soldier 76, which would be one of the first times we've seen him today. So this composition is set up for Shades to come in over the top and everyone else to speed boost right down Center Street. So we'll see where they actually try to attack from.
I do like that we're seeing the 76, although I probably would prefer to see it more on the defense as opposed to the attack. But I do think some people have overreacted a little bit to the 76 nerf. Either way, the offense moves right in. They get the high ground immediately. And I don't know about this from the defense. Like, they're going to immediately counter rush here, but they gave up a lot of ground for free how to start that out. But still, it's working out. They get 2 quick picks off that, make it 3. And it's going to work out. They catch the offense a little bit off guard, as Logic's right now moving in for the cleanup. Going to die to Ladano, but Ladano will go down. Defense should be fully set up by the time the offense gets right back up and in there.
Yeah, totally fine. I got some pistol work in there. Did the Mercy as well, so that Resurrection should be available near the next fight.
Offense is going to try and stream in here. This is risky. If they lose Zaf early on, it's going to be absolutely terrible. Does eat the Discord Orb, almost dies for it, but Russ offense is coming back in here. They secure a little bit more of the high ground.
Yeah, good positioning there.
Go ahead.
They just want to get both their hit scan heroes behind the shield, keep it up for as long as possible, try to get some damage done.
Well, we do see Logic's here on the defense, rolling back around. Defensive McCree, of course, an absolute beast. Looking for Nutty B. Comes within 1 shot of taking him out. Not able to do it, is now Ladano on the offense, on the prowl, has the double kill already. Russ comes out for the defense, but will it be enough? Oob able to slice out Ladano in a flash. So pretty back and forth on both sides. The offense does get 1/3, but the defense hanging in there after the res. Winston ult just going absolutely crazy in the point, taking out 3 people with that Primal Rage.
Yeah, I thought for a moment it was just going to be a delay tactic, which would have been fine too, but he's actually just smacking people in the face, picks up a 3K on a Winston Primal Rage, not something you see very often, able to completely stabilize on this defense, and there's only, what, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to finish out the map. They got to win this next push.
Now, this is do or die right now for the Bringos. Ladano moving in, opens with the Deadeye. Ubno takes out Shades, so Shades having an early death once more. Ladano holding on to the Deadeye for perhaps a little bit too long there. Doesn't get a whole lot out of it. And he's going to go down the logic, so the counter defensive Deadeye on the way takes out the Lucio. And that's going to be it for this push. And again, think about the time that they actually have here. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Mathematically, they're about to be eliminated, Hex, and they call GG right here. Bringos know it's over, and the Evoks, after what was a little bit of a rough start in the beginning of the map, have brought this back and taken out Numbani.
We'll go back to lobby on this one. 90 seconds.
Yeah, minute 30 is a little bit long.
Yeah, I mean, looks really good for them. Their first pushes did not work out perfectly, but a small mistake they took advantage of, able to capture the point when they weren't looking, burned through the second point just by really focusing down Ladano. They set the Genji on him just kind of non-stop, making sure that he was able to, if not win the fight, at least harass him, get him out of position, make him uncomfortable. And then there, the defense just looked good. They were just really smart on when they were taking engagements and just did not allow the offense to set up the way they wanted. The offense tried something non-traditional, not going with a super dive comp, not running the Winston Diva, but there's a reason that every team runs that Winston Diva. It is a lot of pressure to take that high ground away.
Yeah, especially now where Diva is a lot more just valuable at creating the pressure, but Nepal will be our next map, and Evoks coming in strong, because of course Bringos, formerly known as NG Blue, or at least we think formerly known, who really knows what's going on there? They were one of the better teams than you. They sort of disappeared off the radar for a few weeks, maybe something to do with the fact that they're no longer with NG, if that is the case. So, I don't know, it's a good showing from Evoks, a little bit disappointing for Bringos. Not quite sure what it says about either team just yet.
No, of course, winner of this set will go up to face We United in the winners final. Loser will, of course, go down to the lower bracket. Whoever loses against the We United squad, or whoever loses in the set between We United and whoever wins here will go down to the lower bracket. We'll cover as much of the lower bracket as we need to before someone emerges there and goes back up to the upper bracket, and that'll be our day here. So plenty of Overwatch yet to come. Hey, we're going to Nepal.
Yeah, Nepal is going to be on the menu. Nepal we see a lot less in Lijiang, but still comes into play from time to time. Let them know that we're ready, and should be good to go here in just a moment.
So no King of the Hill yet today. We might finally see. Oh, my timer just went off my ear. We might finally see some Zenyatta on King of the Hill, which we haven't seen in forever. One hero limit is definitely in play here, so it's not going to be a ton of tracers. I'm really excited to see what this patch brings out as far as the King of the Hill meta, the styles that come with it. Now, I believe we'll probably be seeing McCree's on both sides. That just makes a ton of sense. I would imagine you're going to see Zarya's too, as she's been a pretty decent counter pick to a McCree in some senses. It'll at least keep you alive for that poke, so... We do have a disconnect early, though, as Evoke is... Yeah, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
We're back.
No harm, no foul.
All right. So...
Well, Evo should be back in the game in a moment, and looking at the team surrounding him for the side of the Evoks. It's going to be Miker here on the Lucio, Oob going to be on the Genji, Relay on the Winston, Evo on the Zenyatta, Logix on McCree, and Nesh going to be here on the Zarya.
Okay, for the Bringos, Zaffi will be playing the Zarya. Ladano, of course, on McCree. Yor will be on the Zenyatta. Nutty B on Lucio. Shades will play Genji, and Mint is going to go Diva. So it looks pretty mirrored up, except a Diva versus a Winston. I would run Diva here. I think it's just better. I think she's just better now.
No, Diva is great, especially in King of the Hill, where frankly you can win a lot of one-on-ones just outright. You flash your defensive matrix on and off. It is absolutely devastating. We'll see what the Bringos do here. Bringos moving forward, using Diva as their shield. Both teams trading out poke. Logix, though, almost getting taken down in a hurry. Mint going to get knocked out of his mech. Down he goes. First kill, Willie going to the Evox, so Diva not quite getting as much as they want. Ladano, though, does take out Relay, so both teams down a tank here as the fight develops, and Logix able to find out Shades, and Shades has been having a rough day right now here, but take a look at Ladano. Ladano fighting it right back. Gonna be McCree versus McCree here in just a moment. McCree Zarya versus McCree Zarya. And down goes Logix. Ladano going to win that fight, and Bringos will hold control of the point, but I'll say this, going back to my earlier point, Shades has had a rough day. He's been getting picked off a lot early in these fights.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because when we saw him kind of subbing in for another team, he did play a good Genji. His Hanzo was actually pretty decent as well, but it was mostly his Reaper play that he struggled with. I think it was when he was trying to sub in for Reunited. So, but you're right, he's had a rough day.
Well, offense for Evoks going to be trying to set this up. They're waiting for Winston to get healed up. Zenyatta Orb, not the absolute fastest at healing up, but Winston will be healed up. He's going to be moving in with that orb on him. Sound Bear on the way here for the Evoks, as well as a Deadeye. So all the cards here on the table for them, trying to push back Bringos, but not getting the early kill that they're looking for. Lodano might be able to turn this back in just a moment. Dragon Blade, though, on the way from Shades. In the backline, takes out Logix, goes down for it, but hey, Genji for McCree, that's a pretty good trade, as both teams 3 for 3 right now. Lodano looking to be the difference maker.
Yeah, well, he does get a couple kills, and Mint is able to take down Evoke. As you mentioned, you know, the Divas right now can 1v1 nearly everyone in the game with just decent toggle on the shields, taking down a Zenyatta there solo, too. Evoke's going to switch it up. He's going to come up on a Reaper instead, trying to deal with this Diva in some sense of it anyway. I mean, it's been Zaf and Mint actually wrecking them in a lot of cases.
All right, so defense still firmly on the point. Lodano looking for early poke. Offense will be going in a moment. They don't have a whole lot of ults that they can use for this. They're going to be running to a defensive Sound Bear, so this is rough. Graviton Surge does come out. First kill with Lodano, and Oop is going to be going for the Dragon Blade here. Not able to get the Diva before she gets back into her mech. Is slicing and dicing a whole lot of meat right now, but will it be enough? Gets a backline, gets a double kill he's looking for, so Oob trying to open this up for what was really a bad start for Bringos ult-wise. They're able to pull themselves out of it here, and Evoks gonna take this right back.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get the point for the first time. All they have to do is hold it the rest of the game, no big deal.
My ultimate is charging.
So really one more fight for Bringos will win them this stage. We've run 3 out of 5 here on King of the Hill and Comp.
All right, so offensive Bringos looking to reset up here. They did lose the point, but any win here will take this for him. Lodano looking for the Deadeye opportunity. Sound Bear does come in here from the defense, though, so probably want to back up a little bit, let that fade just a bit. Lodano, though, not gonna have that luxury. Oob gets right to his back line, takes him out. 4 kills here for the side of Evoks, and they're going to hold strong, at least for now. But they did have to blow Sound Bear, and Sound Barrier, probably one of the most definitive ults here on King of the Hill.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with a lot of offensive ults their next time around. Evoke is repositioning. He's been hiding in corners the whole time, getting a lot of stuff done with it. They do come up right up Center Street, though.
They're going to have Transcendence up here as well in just a moment, as Zen just needs one more shot to get this or up, or a little bit of healing. Shades, though, takes out Evo immediately.
Yeah, he was in terrible position.
He's coming in. Dragon Blade at the ready. The Wombo combo is real. 3 kills here immediately for the side of Bringos. And there's no mercy. There's not going to be a res. This should be the control for them and the round.
Yeah, they're going to take this first stage. Evoke died in a really rough position there towards the end. Like, he was trying to poke, trying to hide in a corner. When he noticed that they were coming up center, he just dropped down. Gave his life away for free, essentially. So he already put his team in a 5v6, and they were already going to have the ult disadvantage. So far, Bringos looks much better on King of the Hill than they did in Numbani.
Alrighty, so both teams going to be resetting here. Well, pretty good look, though, from the Bringos to start things out. And certainly for them, they would definitely like to at least win Nepal and bring it back into map number 3. They have to win both Nepal and the final map in order to do just that. Evoks, of course, if they're able to bring this back in turn, that'll be it. They will stamp their way to the winners finals to fight, not reunited, but reunited.
No Bastion strat. This is the map you generally see it on. Unfortunate. Ubi is going to be showing us the first Tracer of the day, though.
Yep, Oob coming in here on the Tracer. Looking for Shades here in the back, going to take out Shades. 2 kills coming out here from both sides, 4v4 left on the point. Oob, though, pretty comfortable here on the Tracer. Risky, though, Tracer versus McCree. You have to give McCree the utmost in respect. As both teams trying off poke. It's going to look like it's going to be Evoks here, first on the point, first getting control. They have the Bringos zoned out. There you go, first cap to them, but will they be able to hold it as the Bringos are about to be coming in strong?
Yeah, they're going to rotate out a little bit. They don't want to fight exactly on the point, so they see that the high ground is being taken by Shades over the top. Shades has to be a little careful. He's in pretty deep. They're just getting bullied into this house here, though.
Yeah, that's not good. You never want to give him McCree this sort of vantage point where you get easy headshots, but that's exactly what they've done. He's looking to take out the Reaper, not able to land the shots he's looking for. 2 kills come out in return, but oh no, it is not high noon. Not when you get a flashbang in your face. back and forth from both teams. Evoks actually doing an admirable job of staying in here. In fact, they're going to recap, or they're going to keep control.
Yeah, it was kind of like Benny Hill scenario there. Everyone tried to push in through that house, and then Evoks just evacuated out of the left side, and then it happened to be Bringos who found themselves in a bad position inside the house. They were able to get cleaned up there. So now we're entering the ultimate phase of the game. Really early on, you want to see if this pulse bomb hits or not. And absolutely swing a fight. You can't give that up.
So Sunbear does come out here from the offense. Sunbear is out. Shades right now swinging the Dragon Blade, looking to get something, anything in the back. Not going to get it. Gets taken out by Oob instead. So back and forth by both sides. Everyone getting bloodied here. As Oob right now laying in the... Zenyatta will be able to take him out. Looking a little bit rough here, though, for Evoks. They do get bullied a little bit off the point. They haven't been able to retake it just yet. Time is ticking up right now for the side of Bringos, and I mean, Oob's been heroic here, but will it be enough?
I don't know. He's doing a ton of work right now.
Well, he does have Pulse Bomb at the ready. Was looking for Lucio. Wasn't able to get it. 2 kills extra come out from the side of Evoks. And Mint going to take it out in the end. Lots of work coming out from the D.Va. Gets the triple kill on the point. Was very close between both teams for a while, but Bringo's going to hold on here, and they're going to even up 55-55 here in just a moment.
Yeah, here's the huge mistake they made, though. They were so late in contesting that point, they gave it up for free. They didn't have to give it up for free. They clearly wanted to fight over it. They were just a second too late. Now, you think about it, 55% went over to red because they flipped it. That could have been 45% still on the blue side. They'd be one fight away from winning this.
All right, well, Deadeye is coming up here with the Graviton Surge. Bringo's looking to put this away, and the Deadeye is huge! Ladano getting the quad kill off of that Graviton Surge. Zarya set him up, he knocked it down, and Bringo's now one team fight away from taking this round and being that much closer to forcing a map number 3.
Well, again, Oob has done a lot of work. He's got Pulse Bomb up. They're going to look to flip this around, but they're going to have to do so without any high ground. Going to force the fight onto the point.
Dono takes out one, ends up taking out turn. Both McCree's now out of this fight. Here comes Nesh for Evoks with the Death Blossom, really getting mitigated a lot by the D.Va shield. Still, though, not the worst scenario for the Evoks. They do have 2 kills to their name versus 1. Mint takes out Winston a little bit too low, too late, and Evoks have retaken control of the point in Zenyatta, going to fall in the end.
Well, Oob was able to take a Pulse Bomb onto Ladano really early in that fight. So taking the McCree out of the fight instantly works out really well for them. Mint tried to get some heroics going, and his D.Va's been great, but it was not enough.
All right, so Evo right now does have Graviton Surge at the ready. Not a whole lot to wombo with it aside from Deadeye, but as we saw a little bit earlier in the match, that can be plenty enough right now in this meta. I gotta be thinking we're gonna see the Graviton here in just a moment. Graviton does come out, gets 2 people into it right away, and Nesh, not wasting any time, gets in for the fall through. 2 kills here for the Evoks. And this is a little bit rough here for Bringos. They do get on the point, but they're very scattered, and it's just not going to be enough as Nesh able to feast on the scraps.
Yeah, Shades is not going to be able to get as much done as he wants. He does take out Relay in the end, who's been giving him fits with that Tesla cannon. Flips back. We're tied best of 3 now on Nepal. Now we're going to this next stage where even when McCree was not popular in the meta, he was played on this map because Deadeye is so good here. It's going to be interesting to see if they actually put in a Soldier 76, who is also phenomenal on this map. Junkrat might make an appearance too. It looks like, nope, I'm totally wrong. They're just going to run whatever they ran last map. Fine. Fine.
Does include a Zenyatta, though. It's interesting for Zen, where I feel like the balance changes to him are actually really good balance changes because we see him a lot, but we don't see him on every team, so it makes me feel that there's a pretty good degree of balance going on there. All right, well, take a look here. Offense is going to be on the way here for the side of Evoks. 1-1 right now on this round. Both teams very evenly matched. And again, we're going to take a look at here. The McCree's Ladano leading the charge here for the Bringos. Logix for Evoks. And oftentimes right now, it feels like when our team loses to McCree first, tends to lose the game, especially now that Mercy is less of a thing.
Yeah, so just kind of different positioning here. A lot of ring around the rosy happens in this stage in particular. I think both teams are going to wait for the point to open up and then fight. Can't give it up for free, though.
All And they're waiting for their opportunity. Again, teams tend to play Ring Around the Rosie, but they waited too long there. They gave up the point for free, as you mentioned, and perhaps a little bit too much wing here for the side of Evoks. Ladano still perfectly comfortable in his perch over here. Is under a little bit of pressure. Both McCree's fighting up both the Crees. Shade's going to get first pick of the game, though. Takes out Evo. And now both McCree's fighting out. One McCree, though, has a Discord Orb. That's not the greatest, and Logix will follow Ladano, and this should be a clean fight coming up from Bringos. Gonna be very hard for this to be retaken. And no, Micah, you're not dropping the beat. You drop a McCree shot to your head instead. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Zafy baits out the Pulse Bomb on the point, really does nothing but charge him up as well, so they're going to win that fight pretty cleanly.
Alrighty, so pretty good recovery here from the side of Bringos at 44%. Need about 3 more team wipes to seal this round in their favor. Offense slowly starting to build up. Also, should be able to open those to Sound Bearer. It's going to be a trade of Sound Bearers between the two as the offense does move in. Sound Bearers are out between both teams. Logix now with the Deadeye. Not going to be getting a lot from this vantage point. Meanwhile, while he's trying to channel Deadeye, Ladano is just laying shot after shot into his team. Takes out one, and kind of mistake coming out there from Logix to hang on to that so long as now definitely a little bit more power coming out in favor of Bringos, but Evo able to turn the tides, takes out your 5v5. And they sort of waste a little bit of their advantage. Tracer now, Oob looking for the pickoff, will take out Ladano, and Evoks, after a bad start, potentially turning this in their favor, Hex.
Yeah, I mean, Oob's been doing a ton of work on this Tracer. That goes back to last stage as well. They're getting so much value out of it, and he's just being so annoying, causing every attention to be split up everywhere. He's going to have Pulse Bomb up too, and now they're in a good position to hold one of these doors. Got to check your corners as there's a Reaper waiting around there. Nash going to try to get a huge Blossom here. They choose the other door, though. Not so lucky, Nash. Maybe? Yeah.
Well, right now, both teams trying off poke. Oob looking for an opportunity. Does have Pulse Bomb at the ready, so Tracer always pretty scary in those situations. Still has to respect McCree. Graviton Surge does come out, gets 3 people in. Here comes the Wombo combo. The explosion comes out. A triple kill from Oob, going to open that right up for the side of Evoks. And they're getting maintain control here, Hex.
Yep, it's one of the best combinations in the game. Graviton plus anything, but Pulse Bomb in specific, and everyone's clumped up in that area, works really well. The 3K there coming from Oob. He's put this team on his back. This Tracer pick has been great. It's the first time we've seen Tracer today. Yes, she excels in King of the Hill, but he's playing it really well. He's playing with his team when they need him there. He's just doing enough damage to charge up his Pulse Bomb. Look at this. He's already at 92 again. He's going to have Pulse Bomb for this next fight. His Pulse Bomb, which just ended the last fight.
And take a look at Nesh right here. Nesh does have the Death Blossom. He gets right into the backline, sets them up, knocks them down. Nesh with the 3K. Oh, man, they were not expecting the Reaper there, and that, again, going to be a big team wipe here for the Evoks. And Oob just going so deep, looking for the Zarya pick. Actually not going to get it in the end. Last-minute save coming out here from the Zenyatta. But still, this is looking very good now from the side of Evoks. They just need to hold one more fight. Soundbear will be out here from the Bringos offense, though, so a little bit of power coming out. Logix taking out Shade. Shade just gets picked first again in a vital moment. Logix completes the double kill, makes it a triple kill. Logix saying, I'm McCree, this is my game. And Evoks gonna take this round and be that much closer to finishing out the set.
Well, I mean, it's been Oob. It's been Oob on this Tracer, getting everything going, and then Nesh with that nice Death Blossom, which he had tried to set up the time beforehand as well. Roxo play out of everyone else, but Ladano's been nowhere to be found recently. Just kind of been very quiet on this McCree, and now they're going to try to switch it up, get some success of their own, run their own Tracer.
Yep, Zaf gonna take up the Tracer mantle. I seem to remember having an okay Tracer in the past. Not a world beater Tracer, but still pretty worthwhile. But Bringos need something here because they are on the verge of getting knocked into lower bracket if things do not go well for them here.
Alright, so pretty much a mirror yet again, the biggest difference being that Mint is running a Diva, whereas Relay is running a Winston. That's been kind of the thing the whole time, and also Nesh on this Reaper.
Well, the Winston right now definitely paying a little bit more dividends. Shield though going to go down, he eats the Discord Orb. Winston will be the first casualty of war here. Bringo's coming in tough. Tracer right now working out pretty okay for them. Zaf getting some good poke along the sides, is able to take out the Reaper. Almost gets some McCree as well, just following up on that Discord Orb. 3 kills coming in from the Bringos, and this is going to be a pretty easy first cap for them.
Yeah, did they just choose to take the fight first, to win the fight, take the cap, and now with first control of this, it's going to be hard to break in. It's one of the harder maps to find an initiation point on. You either have to go ledge or right. They feel that they're at ledge, so they all go right instead. Smart move. Logix dies early in this fight, though.
Does die pretty darn early. Alright, so Evo able to take out Mint. The Evoks really hang on there. Their namesake getting the triple kill on Zarya. 100% charge. This is how you melt faces off. And Lucio, perhaps not going to be long for this world. Zaf, though, able to come in for the save. Yeah, it's not over just yet. Bringo's trying to keep control at this point. They're stalling it out at the very least, despite some of the heroics coming out from Evo. Oob, though, Reguline gets a double kill, makes it a triple kill. What tracking coming out here? And they will get on the board here for the control. So Bringos are at 35%, but no more.
Yeah, it was 2v2, Lucio and Tracer versus Lucio and Tracer, and they just definitely got the better of it. Oob takes down both of them. They're going to be able to flip that back over. It's going to be just about tied the next time they fight, 35 to about 30 probably.
Oh, let's break it.
Alright, Soundbearer now coming out here from the side of the Evoks. The Pulse Bomb is there, only blows up Shades, but that might be enough. They have 2 kills already in this fight. Ladano now under fire from multiple sources. McCree, you're good, but you're not going the 1v4 with everyone on you. As Oob getting the cleanup that's necessary here. And alright, so Evoks now surpassing the 35% mark, and they're about 3 team fights away from moving on to fight We United.
Alright, there is a Pulse Bomb up for Zayth, so he's going to have to hit that in the manner of which they've been hit lately. He could wait and combo it. Shades is getting there. He's at 85 on his Graviton.
Alrighty, so right now just the defense holding firm on the point here for Evoks. Oob going around looking for pickoffs, and here comes Nash Death Blossom at the ready. Gonna get completely nullified by the Korean future vacuum of D.Va. And Mint should be using D.Va ult here in just a moment. Under fire, still pushing teams back. Nerf this, he says. Everyone gonna get out of the way of that in a hurry. Still pretty even here on the point. Both teams fighting it out. Back and forth in both ways. Evoks really trying to hold it out here as Zaf now throws out the Pulse Bomb, will connect, blows up Evok, and the Bringo's not going quietly into that good night. Zaf doing his best here on Tracer, but oh no! Wait, that's not the game ending. That's the server has crashed due to an unexpected error.
Oh no is right. No.
Alright, well, I was gonna say, am I really that... Alright, well, we're just gonna have to replay the round, on that stage, 2-1.
Yep.
I have seen a few more crashes as failed to connect to server. What in the world is going on here? I need an adult.
I'm gonna reboot client. I'm gonna see what that does.
I am also going to reboot client and hope for the best. Interesting. I don't really have too much to add for that, but okay, it's esports. These things do happen. We can maintain the round score, but we can't really recreate the round, so a little bit of a rough RNG luck there for the Evoks.
Well, I'm back on server.
Things you don't expect.
That.
Yeah, I think it's just the game server crashed for whatever reason, just happened.
Putting the E in esports. That E being unexpected error.
I always thought the esports and E was the last letter of McCree, because we've been seeing a lot of McCree sports today. Well, either way. Should be getting back in the lobby here in a moment.
Are we going to try to get to that specific stage, though? Yeah?
Yeah, we'll try and get back to that stage. That's just the fairest thing to do, under the circumstances.
Okay, we do have an update on our Matcherino page. It's one of the best ways to get a hold of us if you have important things to say. You don't necessarily have to donate, but thank you very much to Sean4969 for putting $5 of his own money in there and also using our coupon code GGEU17. He says, I tweeted at the official NG Twitter, which is Northern Gaming Twitter, and they said they will release a statement about Northern Gaming Blue within the week.
All right, so it's safe to say that they're probably not with them anymore, is what's going on there. Given the vagueness of the statement, they're not coming out immediately saying that they need... Okay, you know what? I'm going to do something here for Twitch chat that I normally don't do. Everyone's saying open loot box, and Hex, I want to believe that it's going to be a legendary.
All right, I'm hoping for you. I hope it's.
We're doing it.
Let's do it.
I'm delaying an official match for this. Look at this. All right, chat. Here we go. Holy It's a legendary!
What'd you get?
We did it!
What'd you get?
Legendary Ana skin! What in the world?
I was gonna call it was gonna be a legendary Ana. Oh, I should have said it.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, well.
That is esports! Yes! Wow.
Okay,
all right.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
That was worth the detour. All right, Hex, can I get a reinvite back to lobby? Is that how you get Pog Champs in your Twitch chat? That is how you get Pog Champs in your Twitch chat. Oh, man.
Now I just want to watch Twitch chat, see what happens.
No, so do I, but we should be getting back into this in just a moment. Bringos versus Evoks. Evoks up 2-1. I'm so glad that happened.
I was totally going to say, yeah, it'll probably be legendary Ana. Like,
it was a legendary Ana. It's the best part.
I could have made a highlight if I'd actually followed through on that, but congrats, man. That's awesome. Which one is it? I don't even know what they look like.
The Wasteland one, the thing that looks like a Sand Raider from Star Wars.
Oh, that one's the best one.
It's great.
You should pair it with the Genji one that looks similar. That's also the best Genji skin.
Oh man, chat is not disappointed.
That's pretty.
Hey, it's just fitting. The week that Ana enters competition, just get the legendary Ana skin. Why not?
Rigged. Totally rigged.
Completely rigged. Blizzard was watching. And now I'm getting messages by the players. They creep on the stream so much as we're talking about it. Seriously. Oh no, now we're saying rigged. Now this is gonna bring us into like the other scandals that have been racking esports. Not Overwatch, but other games.
Guys, let me
just think you too. Just roll that loot box roll. You too could be a winner.
Hold on, guys.
Wink, wink.
Let me tell you about this.
Not on the take.
Let me tell you about this great site I found. It's called Matcherino.
This great, entirely legitimate site. Esports of 2016, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're ready to go and re-roll whenever we must. It was 2-1 in favor of the Evoks. So who's got in charge here? Shades is in charge. We might be waiting for additional casters, though. Not entirely sure. We've had a lot of new people in.
I'm not sure what we're waiting for. We're ready though.
Yeah, I let them know we're ready. Someone told me. How do you know? Oh, my opinions on skins are bad? Maybe. Everyone's got that. I mean, it's totally subjective. It's your style, man. Whatever, that guy probably plays the Naruto Genji.
Naruto. I mean, honestly, if you're playing Genji, you should be playing that skin because, frankly, it's harder to hit. I swear to God. I don't really have a lot backing that up. I think it's just the way the model is. It's showing less of the visible hitbox. Like, I don't know.
Lynx says that he plays it just to trigger people, and it totally triggers me.
And when you say Naruto Genji, you're talking about the white with green hair.
Yeah,
like the one that's full anime, not the dark hair one, which is, you know,
either one
a little
of them.
bit more realistic. But when you're rocking the green hair, like you have gone full into anime territory, and this is where Twitch goes. You know, this is a weeb chat now. Diva arms in the air.
They're both infuriating, really. All right, so we do have another recent donation. Someone threw $1 into the prize pool. You can do so by hitting ! Matcherino in chat. Moobot hooks you up with that link. Hit the donate button. The coupon code is GGEU17. Someone threw their $1 in chat and left us a poem. Poem says, roses are red, flowers are blue. If you play Ana, please heal too. Not bad.
Oh, man, that is so true.
That's not bad.
That poem is entirely true.
All right, so I guess we're waiting on... Yeah, we got more casters in here. Full casting lobby here. So yeah, check out our Match Arena page. I don't think we've used up all the coupon codes. I get shunned, beaten, disciplined, etc. if we don't use all the coupon codes. It's my job. It's my only job. It's the only reason I'm here, is to sell coupon codes. So please go to our Match Arena page, enter your coupon code, leave us a message, etc. Of course, our initial prize pool is furnished by our wonderful sponsors, G2A, Rockat, OWKings.com, and PF.GG. We're entering game.
All right. So let's go even further on the RNG rabbit hole, where let's get that stage, the village stage. Let's get that first try, just to show that things are truly rigged. Nope, didn't do it. Damn it.
I don't know if... Yeah,
I was hoping.
Yeah, we're re-rolling.
We're re-rolling. The system is entirely legitimate, guys. Wink. The streamer winked twice. If your loot box operation is where it needs to be. Hey, we got in the second try. That's okay.
Not bad.
Look, I mean, the odds can improve. You just gotta keep throwing it in,
There
guys.
was the match that we had to re-roll so many times that the teams just decided they'd play on whatever. They were just tired of it. It was like 10 times that we had to re-roll.
I need to stop taking digs at CS, but man, it's too much fun.
I've only played like 10 minutes of CS. That Scandal's probably the most fun I've ever had in CS.
It's absolute ridiculousness across the board. But either way, we're getting into it. Just as a heads up, though, Evoks, they only need to win 1 round to take this. Bringos, they need to win 2 rounds. The score was 2-1 round-wise before the server decided to take a hiatus on us, but we're back. Take a look here at the side of the Bringos. It's going to be Mint here on the Diva, Nutty B on Lucio, Shade's going to be on the Reaper, Ladano on McCree, Zaf on the Zarya, and you're going to be on the Zenyatta.
Alright, well, from the side of the Evoks, it is Miker on the Lucio. Logix will play their McCree. Relay is, of course, on his Winston. Evok himself is going to be on the Zarya. Nesh on Reaper, and Oob is going to reprise his role on Tracer.
Alright, so Diva right now getting into the fray of things, shielding for a team. Winston going to go down, not long for this world when the orb is on him. First kill to the Bringos as Bringos right now try and turn this in their favor. And, oh no, by the way, Shade's now on the Reaper. He was on Genji for a lot in the last setup, perhaps not really enjoying his output on that. And for now, it's working out as Ladano able to take out Nesh, and this should be first capture here of the Bringos.
Yeah, first cap and an easy first cap. So we'll see where the initiation's able to come from here. If they're going to go to right side as they've been favoring, just kind of going in lower right. They're going to wait for their whole team, though. Get everyone grouped up here.
No D-Dog, please. Is that how you get Frank or Z in your chat? That's how you get Frank or Z. Either way, the offense was waiting for everyone to get up here. Here comes the offensive Evoks, going on the low ground, not challenging the high ground at all. And they're just looking for quick point capture here. That is the name of their game. They're going to force the defense to come right back in. Sound Bearer on the way. They get the second Sound Bearer off. Decent approach here for the Evoks, but they are down 2 people early on. Nesh trying to turn it back in his favor. Has to reload. Going to get taken out by Shades, and Shades on the Reaper. This has been working out much better than him on the Genji here thus far, Hex.
Yeah, which is funny because that's where he really struggled when he was on Reunited, in my opinion. Of course, that was a different patch, different meta, so at times have changed a little bit. But yeah, Shades has been doing much better than he was on his Genji. That has been the change that's worked out well for them.
So again, I take a look here at the offense. They are fully setting up once more, waiting for Nesh. And Nesh was actually waiting there for quite a while. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. It does feel like there's a lack of urgency coming out here from the Evoks. I mean, they do have a round buffer, so they can lose this round and still be okay. But you'd think they'd want to end this right here, right now. Alright, so speed boost is on the way. They're moving forward. They're not challenging the high ground directly once again. They just want to get in the point. Shades looking to come in over the top. Has Death Blossom out already. Eats a flashbang. Doesn't use just yet. Death Blossom does come out towards the end. Will take out the Zarya at the very least. Gets Tracer, and Shades now on the double kill. This change up for the side of Bringos definitely doing them a lot of favors right now. Next.
Yeah, no follow-up to that flashbang. It was really nice to catch Shades coming down on the drop down and got him flashbang, unable to kill him after that. Of course, he did get his Wraith form, but not following that up, he's able to get his Death Blossom in.
You're saying remake lobby, we're getting player DDoSed. Oh man. When it rains, it pours with internet issues. First the lobby, then the player. That round will be going to...
Okay.
What's it called? That so round will be going to the Bringos, and we'll be going back to lobby. 0-1. So now score 2-2.
Okay, so next stage wins this. We are going to head back to lobby. I don't have control of that. Yeah, there we go. So do they want us to wait a moment then? Yeah, they're going to get a restart. Restart on the router. Roto router.
All right, so they're restarting the router. They'll hope that's okay. But Hex, it feels good for you to not have internet issues anymore. You have not gone full Mr. Roboto all day long.
It's phenomenal. It almost softens the blow that I have to pay an extra $50 a month now for unlimited internet. Almost softens that blow. Yeah.
They help you up and then they take a crowbar to your kneecaps at the same time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Data caps for home internet. I don't know. I guess I'll use one of the many other providers in my area. Oh, Google save us all. Actually, you know what? I've lost hope for Google saving us all. I need Elon Musk to just put a blanket of free Wi-Fi around the planet. I think that is more possible.
Blanket of free Wi-Fi?
Yeah, why not? Like, he'll send satellites into space. And then we'll...
What if you are Chuck from Better Call Saul? What then? Oh, that blanket of Wi-Fi is going to ruin your life, Hex.
Well, then everyone can get, you know, tinfoil blankets, and they'll adjust. That's fine. We need to weed out the population.
You've at least seen Better Call Saul, which
I've seen a lot of stuff.
Good.
I've seen tons of movies and TV. I just haven't seen cartoons. I'm an adult.
Don't watch cartoons as an adult. It's completely okay.
I want to see Secret Life of Pets. That looks good. And Louis C.K.
I've heard that's really good. It also just completely murdered Ghostbusters at the box office, so that was a thing.
Yeah, that Ghostbusters was doomed before it came out, though. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it already had just really bad.
If only they could have made the real Ghostbusters 3 at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Blame Bill Murray on that. Bill Murray is just like, I don't like the script. I don't like the script.
They made the game, though. They said the PC game was supposed to be, like, as close as it was going to get. I didn't play it yet. It's actually, like, 3 or 4 years old now, I think. But there's Ghostbusters PC game that's supposed to be really good. But, yeah.
Might have to check that out. But right now, we are still waiting for the restart. It is... Who did leave the lobby here?
Let's see, Micrologics, Evoks, Oob, Relay. I can always... It's always so hard to figure out what the sixth...
And it's always like the one person. Well, either way, we are waiting for the last member of Evoks to get back here. It is not Evoke. Otherwise, that would just be easy.
Yeah.
The team's namesake is missing, but not so much. But hopefully we'll have this going here in just a moment. Again, sorry for the downtime. Internet issues, apparently, they strike the Blizzard servers, they strike the players. Goes everywhere.
Well, I generally tell people to whisper me your questions in this downtime, but I had someone whisper me asking me what is the coupon code for Matcherino. I legitimately had that whisper. I'm not selling out. Coupon code for Matcherino is GGEU17. It's generally GosuGamers, GG, and then whatever region, either EU or NA, and then whichever number. So, except 1 week it got really screwed up, and it was like GGUS. So that threw me off. But our coupon code is GGEU17. We're back.
Well, Nesh has rejoined. Nesh has rejoined. It was Nesh that was missing, and I give myself a pass for that. We haven't seen a whole lot of Nesh here in the game, so either way, they're asking if we're ready. We are ready. Let's get this going. It is now 2-2 between the two teams, and we'll see which team will pull it out here on Nepal. If Evoks can do it, they will move on to the winners finals to fight We United.
I love Twitch chat. Makes me laugh. It really is one of the best parts of casting. Twitch chat. All right, so we are back onto which one? What's this one called?
This is a Sanctum stage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And this is where Oob did a ton of work on his Tracer, so he's going to be on Tracer for this round as well. Relay is going to play Winston. Miker is on the Lucio. Logics will play McCree. Evok is going to be on the Zarya, and Nesh will play Reaper.
All right, meanwhile, take a look here at the side from the Bringos. Bringos trying to stay alive, force a map number 3. It's going to be Ludano here on the McCree, Zaf on Zarya, Nutty B on Lucio, Ur once more on the Zenyatta, Mint on Diva, and Shades, what will it be, Reaper or Genji? I'm hoping for his sake it's the Reaper, even the Junkrat here. We've seen him Junkrat from time to time. Junkrat on the Sanctum stage can be pretty darn good. Now I'm just worried if he's still in the game. Not like this.
Getting down to it. No!
This keeps happening.
Well, as we try to finish out this map, What is our map score now, actually, right? Evoks won Numbani, yes?
Yeah, Evoks won Numbani, so
like
Bringos has to fight to force a map 3. Evoks is trying to just finish this out.
Okay.
Although for Evoks, if they keep having these connection issues, even if they finish it out, it's going to be a little bit rough going up against We United if this continues.
Yeah.
Pray for Nesh.
Well, the good thing is the lower bracket should be waiting for the loser of this game by the time it happens. Which is always nice, not having to wait on the lower bracket. So, we are in overtalk, unfortunately. We are trying to get in game as soon as possible. Of course, whisper me your questions, as always. We'll try to cover them. Keep them Overwatch related for the most part. I generally just ignore the other ones. There's a new patch coming out. New patch came out. There's heroes, all sorts of stuff. There's been so much stuff in the scene. Tournaments, etc. So, plenty of stuff to talk about Overwatch-wise if you guys want us to answer your questions. As the resident casters, experts, sleepers, etc. So yeah, throw us your questions there. If you want us to talk about movies, I'll do that all day too. I'm a big fan of cinema and film. Shades is asking if we're ready. We're ready. So it looks like we're getting back in the game, but throw those questions our way anyway, because we might need them. Might need them in the future.
All right. All right, so we are getting back in. We'll probably remake this until we get Sanctum stage again, just to be fair. Since we did get Sanctum for the 5th and final map, so.
Yep.
We'll just keep remaking. This is one way to be safe. I mean, I don't think teams really think they have a huge advantage on one stage or another on the aggregate, but in case they do, it just, you want to remake, make sure things are on the level.
There we go.
And we got Sanctum on the 2nd try, so our luck continues to be pretty darn good here today.
Bad.
Not legendary Ana skin level good, but still pretty good.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now you have to play Ana.
Do I?
No.
I mean, I'm more than willing to just let that legendary skin collect dust right now.
I have a May legendary that I think has 5 minutes of use on it. Now
Right now, the way I view on ranked, my strategy to get the skill rating 80, we're 4 levels away at the moment. I'm just going to continue grinding out the McCree and hoping for the best.
Yeah, until they patch him. I mean, you might as well keep playing it. You got until next Tuesday.
Patch him. I'm not really convinced that he's going to get patched like anytime soon right now.
I've heard whispers they're already looking at reworking D.Va.
Yeah, D.Va I could see getting a more quicker change just because the players have really been playing a lot better. But I don't know, you look at the game right now, not every team's running D.Va in every match, so
yeah,
maybe the players are knee-jerking a little bit too much.
Maybe. I mean, that is kind of what patches do, that they give you that knee-jerk reaction. So, rosters look pretty similar to what we've been seeing all game. Yeah, nothing really of note to look at, though. Although Relay is off of his Winston, he's on Zarya. Nesh now on the Winston, so that is a little bit of a change.
Well, big thing here for Shades. We were wondering would he be on the Junkrat or the Reaper. He did, in fact, choose Reaper. As Lodano able to take out Nesh here in the very beginning. Gets the double kill. The Shades leading the way. 3 kills here for the Bringos. And they are bringing this right back right now as Evo just jumps off the ledge. I don't think it was a boo. I think Lucio might have hit him towards the end, but either way, he wanted to get out of that, so that'll be a quick capture here for the Bringos.
I have no idea why teams do that with their Winston. He jumps over the top when you're doing this stair v stair fight, and he dies immediately every time. I've never seen a Winston do anything effective when he jumps over the top there. You're essentially saying, like, here, let's go 5v6 right now. Let's do that. And then the rest of the team is able to clean up. They're charging ults on it. I don't understand why that jump in happens. I don't know. I understand why teams continue to do it. He tried right there. He's lucky he hit the wall.
Indeed. Well, both teams getting into it right now. Shades getting into the back line. Bringos has to be a little bit careful, but they do get the picks they're looking for. They get the final parts, and they'll be able to chase down the survivors. Lucio not going to be long for this world. And that is that. 2 quick, decisive team fights for Bringos. And really, the big change for them is that Shades on the Reaper has been much, much better than what they had him on before.
Well, I mean, they switched everything up. Did Evoks. Like, everyone is on a different hero right now. Relay, Evok, and Nesh all switched heroes, and it has so far not been working out at all.
Well, Graviton comes out. 4 people getting sucked in by that Graviton. Will the follow-up be there? Sunbear does try and help them, but it's not enough. Shades Death Blossoming into the thick of them, sets them up for damage. 4 kills, now 5 for the Bringos. Again, another decisive team fight, and things are starting to look real grim, real fast here for the Evoks. They were up 2-1, about to be on match point. They were actually 4% away on the village stage. Then the server crashed. We had the replay. And since then, it's been all downhill.
Yeah, it's been tough for them. But it's 17-0 right now in kills. They've not gotten a single kill.
Alright, so Deadeye right now coming out from Ladonna with a sound barrier. Bringos looking for blood. They take out Nesh immediately. Gonna get the Reaper here in just a moment as well. Even with the Zarya shield, he should go down in just a second. Down goes Evo, and now 90%. I'm not even sure if the Evoks are gonna be able to get on the point in time.
Hey,
Max.
look, a kill. We've got a kill. Things are looking
Killed
up.
that, but perhaps a little too low, too late. They're not gonna be able to cause overtime, and there you have it. We are going to map number 3.
They're asking for a sub. I think they're getting...
I think so long as they're not playing the tournament.
0-1.
Yeah, I think if they... Yeah, I think they get 1 sub as long as they're not playing for another team or another tournament. Or, you know, have not played in the tournament thus far.
Alright, so back to lobby. And, alright, so Bringo's able to bring it back, although apparently lag issues were involved, so rough luck there for the Evoks. Good on the Bringos, though, still for turning it back.
Yeah, it was good for them. But yeah, they're saying they're pretty much playing 5v6. I don't know. I guess there might be server issues. Were you getting any lag in there? Mine was fine.
Was I getting any lag? No, I was not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the servers could just be having issues, period, here. But you could always let them know. NA is always an option.
We're renowned for our stable internet.
Hey, look,
Take it from
desperate
me.
times call for desperate measures. Does sound like there's some router shenanigans going on in Europe, though, so Dorado will be the tie-breaking map here, and we'll see what both teams have in store. Been some good Overwatch thus far, though, again, really unfortunate luck for the Evoks that the lag beast is striking them as hard as it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough. So we're going to wait for this lobby to fill up. They might get a sub in here, etc. So we might have to fill a little bit of time. We do have a question. I'm going to answer first, and then you can give us your biased, you know, wrong opinion. Do you think McCree is OP as of this new patch? My answer is yes. What do you think, ZP?
Yes. I mean, right now, just for McCree, there's no situation where you wouldn't run a McCree, although I will say that's a little bit more nuanced than that, is that the idea was to stop Pharah from being run all the time, so we've basically swapped out Pharah for McCree in the Kingmaker spot, so to speak. And then there's also just the parts there, too, where McCree is really only overpowered at the highest levels. My guess is that if you look at skill rating, it's only probably as you get to the late set or like the early 70s where McCree is really being disproportionately better than other characters. So it's not like it's a balance problem for the entirety of the game. It's a balance problem for really the very, very top end, which is still a problem, but
yeah,
it does make the equation a little bit more complicated for Blizzard in terms of deciding how to fix it.
He will be 100% pick rate right now in tournaments, though, right?
I would think so. Yeah. I mean, right, that has been the case here thus far. No one has run without a McCree.
That's
Would
true.
you run a Soldier over him? No. Would you run a Reaper over him right now? Probably not. I mean, you'd run a Reaper in conjunction with him.
Yeah, and it makes the dominoes fall. I mean, however, when it was like the Pharah meta, it was pretty much 100% pick rate for Pharah as well. So it's a tricky game to balance. I think they're moving in the right direction, going with one hero limit for the most part. I think it makes the game, in theory, a little easier to balance, not having to worry about stacking heroes, things like that. So we'll see what they come out with. He needed something. I mean, people tell me that, like, you know, well, no one played him in competitive anymore. I'm like, that's not entirely true. He was just more situational. He was probably not played as much as he should have been. He did need something. I'll give him that. But right now, you have an ability on a hero that is just unusable. Why would you ever fan the hammer? It makes no sense. So you need to look at that a little bit. I don't know. It's something that needs to be retuned with him a little bit. All right, so do you think a slight buff for Ana in the way of slightly higher attack speed or a piercing round or AoE damage on her left mouse button?
Piercing round would be interesting. I feel like a piercing round wouldn't happen for lore. That's a balance change, right? But you look at the lore behind the weapon, a piercing syringe, I feel like that alone would stop it. And you might go, well, gee, why would lore stop the gameplay stuff? That's a case where I think it just would. It would just be weird. Although a piercing shot, that would be pretty cool. I mean, it would give you really good healing potential and the ability to not get frustrated when a teammate runs in front of your shot when attacking an enemy.
Yeah, and maybe like the more heroes it goes through, the more damage or healing it does to the ones behind it.
I think one thing you might be able to do to Ana if she really is getting underused is that her grenade is really powerful, but the AoE for it is not as big as you might think. Maybe giving the grenade an AoE boost where it really can strike entire teams with surprising regularity, or entire friendly teams without everyone having to do a real like Zarya group hug treatment. Maybe that would be okay, just a bigger AoE grenade.
Well, we did have
and then maybe tone down the damage as a result, make it more of a debuff thing when you use it offensively.
Okay, you can tell them we're ready and we're going to go. I'm going to read one donation we had, though, because it's a big one and we got 20 bucks for it. So I feel obligated. It is from a fellow named Muffin Copter, and he says, I want to see some Mei gameplay now. Well, I've got bad news for you. We're going to Dorado. Mei's not the most used on Dorado. We saw some Mei earlier, though, in some weird situations. I've seen Mei run on this map on defense, and it was really cool, actually. Whenever the team tried to push in under the arch, segment off, here's a wall, and then the Reaper came in and just blasted whoever's on the other side of that wall in the face. I don't think you're going to see it here, but thank you for the donation. Of course, your donations go all the way into the prize pool as well.
Alrighty, well, we are waiting here for the game to begin. Should be starting here shortly. Bringos versus Evoks. Map number 3 on the way. Winner fights We United in our winners finals.
Oh, it's Veinless. Yeah, Veinless.
Alright, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course, Evok and Veinless used to be on FaZe, now no longer on FaZe. FaZe going through all sorts of reworks as of late. Who knows where they're going to end up?
Yeah, there's so much talent out there right now, though, is the thing. Like, someone needs to just pool these guys together. You know, get it together, guys. There's a lot of very talented players out there. There's some North American roster shuffling going on as well, so it's all over the place. Even as someone who's like, I feel pretty like in touch with the Overwatch scene, I had to like start writing stuff down. I'm like, oh, this player went here, now he's the and I'm like, I don't know, man. I was like, connect the dots. But let's get to something that's a little easier to follow. Dorado, this will be the decider match. The winner moves on to face We United in the upper end of the bracket here. The loser of this goes down to the lower bracket. They might end up in a rematch here as the loser of that winner bracket goes down to the lower bracket. We'll cover as much as possible. We still have about 3 or 4 sets here for you today. Thanks for sticking with us.
Alrighty, so finally the match has gotten into Dorado. Both teams going to be setting up here in just a moment. Will be the Bringos on the defense first, Evoks on the attack, which means we have to change our overlay once more. Team's always a little bit sneaky about this. Like, oh yeah, last minute, we actually want to be on the other side. And then we have to just like, why is the overlay wrong for half the game?
That doesn't seem it doesn't seem like something that would bother Twitch chat.
Twitch chat will get on you if there is 1 pixel out of line. You cannot. Twitch chat is like the world's greatest lie detector, world's greatest nothing gets by them. Oh, you know one thing I haven't done here, which I'm sure has been fixed because of the patch notes? You used to be able to jailbreak out of Dorado and get to the end. I'm gonna try it here. No! No!
I'm stuck in offensive spawn, so I can't jailbreak anywhere.
I can't get, you used to be able to go right into the beach and out. I am boxed in. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Blizzard, why? All I did was bring us to areas that I wanted the world to see.
He was just showing off the amazing map design, but on this defense coming out.
Enjoy the quiet while it lasts.
It is going to be Mint.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to be Mint on the Reinhardt. You're on the Zenyatta. Ladano on the McCree. Zaf going to be on the Zarya. Shades on the Junkrat. Trash Mouse himself making his grand appearance. And Nutty B going to be on the Mercy.
I just forgot the team name when I was trying to say it because it's been changed. It's the Bringos over there. All right, so on this team, now I forgot this team's name. What is happening? Oh, from the Evoks. My bad, guys. A little brain damage happening today. Oob is going to be playing the Genji. Relay will be on Reinhardt. Veinless is going to sub in and play the Zenyatta. Logix will play McCree. Evok himself on the Diva. Miker, of course, on Lucio. Need some caffeine.
All right, so they're going to be pushing this in here in just a moment. Offensive course on Dorado, not really known for being super swift. They take their time, they wait for an opportunity, and then they strike. Oob actually hits the Junkrat trap, almost goes down outright. Will get healed up towards the end. As both teams are trying to poke, but oh no, Mint goes for a charge, is immediately punished by it. The offense with a big shield tank pick. Oob right now going to backline, down goes Ladano. And everything going in favor of the Evoks right now as Oob doing all sorts of backline work, and that's going to be it. They're going to take this point immediately.
Yeah, Oops looked great the last couple rounds, like on his Tracer and now on the Genji doing well. Logic is, of course, doing all the cleanup work on McCree, usually getting those kills generally in the one click afterwards, a big chunk of damage, or about 70 damage from that McCree if you're not even hitting headshots. So now they're going to take this high ground. Evoks is already up there. Oob feels very safe, had the orb. He might want to get out of there now, but I think he's probably got deflect up. He does. He's going to bail.
Oob right now is looking for an opportunity, just going for poke. Doesn't have to go for too much poke here, though, because he does have his Dragon Blade already built up. We'll have Sound Barrier to go along with this Dragon Blade, so that's going to be what's coming up here next. Micro's going to initiate with the Sound Barrier, and Oob's going to go straight to town right after. Eva right now going on top, starting to lead the way. One thing on Sound Barrier, though, you have to make sure you have line of sight. Too many times where someone will go in early, not get line of sight. Transcendence coming out here from the offense, and here comes Dragon Blade. No Sound Barrier with it, though. A little bit weird, goes in for the McCree. Will he get the pick? No! Gonna get Flashbang instead. Not like this, Oob.
Yeah, it's been real scrappy, though, as they're forced into this courtyard and being actually kind of bullied out here.
Do have a Genji still in the back. Oob no longer with the Dragon Blade. A little bit of a rough go. The offense is still pushing up even as they suffer losses, so even if they don't take on this push, they've made a lot here with sort of rough times.
Yeah, they're going to back out a little bit now, but that's just to wait for reinforcements, as they're going to have 5 or 6 up now in the fight. Everyone should get healed up first before they go in.
When we look at the defense here for the side of the Bringos, they are going to have a lot up. Graviton in the Deadeye, Graviton into just McCree coming in with over the top with the Zen. Lots of options that they have here for them as Logix takes out Zaf early on, so they're already down a pick. They're not going to be able to res up. There is no mercy. Vainless, though, almost going down. They force out the Transcendence, and here comes Deadeye. Deadeye, the one skill in the game that does not care about Transcendence. Oob is trying to bait out the Reflect. Not going to be able to do that. Earthshower coming in turn from the side of Relay. So pretty back and forth on both sides, and oh no, Logix with the Deadeye is going to take out Lidano on a double kill himself right now, so a little bit better McCree play coming out from Logix as now the offense should be able to clean up the last 2 remaining people here. I don't see the defensive Bringos going to be able to bring this back. The Diva on Diva fight.
Yeah, I can't believe he actually got desuited there.
Oh my goodness, Zenyatta almost getting picked off. He's really lucky. Logix could have hit that 3rd shot, and that would have been it. You're barely escaping with his life, so pretty good time right now being set here by the side of Evok. They have to be happy with this, see if they can do a little bit more, and if they can, they might just be moving on to fight reunited.
Yeah, Vainless has done a really nice job transitioning into this role, subbing in. He's won most of his Zenyatta 1v1s, which oddly enough has been 2 of them so far.
Well, Oob right now just looking for the last little bit of poke to get his ultimate up. Being real careful about going against him at Korea. Lidano is able to pick off Vainless, though,
yeah,
so they're down to Zen already in this fight.
Just cursed him.
Down goes Reinhardt, and that's going to be it. There's no Mercy res, of course, so... You know, that's how you're ingrained in the Mercy. We're just like, there's no Mercy res. Like, there's not even a Mercy being played. It's like, but there's still no Mercy res.
Right. It's still factually correct.
No, it's not factually wrong. Well, either way, that's going to be a good defense coming out here from the side of Bringos. They'll buy themselves some valuable time. Offense, though, does have a lot of tools here. They're going to be able to open up with Diva, Ult, Dragon Blade, Sound Barrier, and that's going to be rough to defend against when it all comes in at the same time.
Alright, so they're gonna the perfect position on Dorado, holding this high ground here. They do kind of sniff out that they're coming in from the other side. Here comes the Diva ult.
Diva ult comes in, does mess with their position a little bit. Offense right now comes in the Sound Barrier. Logix in the back, not able to get what he's looking for. Lidano punches his turn. Both McCrees, though, are down, and Uba's not brought out the Dragon Blade. Here comes the Dragon Blade, though. Better late than never. Gonna get knocked right to the ground, though, and he gets nothing off of that Dragon Blade. Sword being hammered. Graviton coming in here from the defense, trying to finish up the last few members of this offense. Still a back and forth fight, but I do think that
I'll be stunned if they get anything out of this. Just terrible timing on all of those ultimates. The Dragon Blade came out, he got earth shattered. Then to try to save him, they transcended into it, but it was too late. He had already died, so then Transcendence had already been popped. And then they waited a couple seconds, said, well, we're going to wait for that Transcendence to fade. Here's a Graviton, keep you all there, and then clean them up at the end. Just really kind of a domino chain reaction of misused ultimates there. That really hurts, because now they're going to have nothing for this next fight. They're going to have Deadeye, but that's it.
And so offense right now moving forward, looking for how they want to handle this. They're taking the low ground approach and not challenging the high ground directly just yet. Not able to push a payload up right now, though, either, so they're going to have to make a move sooner rather than later here. You have Genji right now actually looking for the defensive flank. I'd prefer to see Shades on Reaper here, though, just given how he's played here today. Either way, a little bit slow going here, but Logic's able to take out Nutty B, the Discord Orb, giving him that opportunity. Earthshatter comes down from the defense, knocks down 3 as Ladano just going to clean up. As a result, gets the double kill right on that. Should be able to kill Vainless here. Punch right to the back of the head, and that's it.
I mean, defense holding pretty strong here. Now, Dorado, you're saying, like, there's a lot of time left to finish out this map. We've seen Dorado last held for 7 minutes. No joke, last held for 7 minutes. So it is a tough point to push into. They'd be better off kind of banking some ults here. They're going to have 3 to 4 on their next push. They're going to have both support ults. That Deadeye is still up, and Relay has got an Earthshatter. If they can hit a big Earthshatter, they're going to be fine. They need to win only 1 fight.
All right, Deadeye right now coming up here on the top. Both teams... All right.
LOL, JK.
Well, oh, so that just stalled it out as both Reinhardt's and McCree's looking charge. Soundbearers, though, coming out from the offense, meeting the Transcendence. Sort of canceling out here. Oop, though, does get first kill onto Mint. Logic's on the Shade, so 3 kills now for the offense again. There is no res, so they're moving this forward. Lucio about to be the last one to fall, and that should be it. It took quite a while here for Evoks really to get through this last point, but let's see if the defense can do this. They're coming out very late. They will have a Graviton, but their positioning is going to be very poor. Graviton doesn't even come out. 2 extra kills here from the offense. They're going to be able to chain kills, and this will be it.
Maybe, should be, it is.
Mint almost landed an Earthshatter there, but I gotta say, even if it landed, I think there was enough people that wouldn't have gotten hit. That still would have been okay.
Switching sides. Score 0 to 3. Switching sides.
Pretty slow time, but beatable. You know, maps are generally about 9 minutes now. So 7:31 on the slower side of things. Really got stalled out to last more than anything. But we've seen Dorado, and not necessarily in this meta. You can hold first on Dorado. It's definitely a very defensible courtyard. We'll see what they want to do. If there's any differences on either side here as far as defense or offense goes. I doubt it. It's been pretty standard meta all day today. Like very,
yep,
very...
Sam meta, and again, the only Ana we saw was very early in the day, and it did not work out well. When Ana got played, it seemed like it was really to the detriment of the team that played her, so... Ana lovers, you might have to wait a little bit longer, but either way, take a look here at the defense coming out here from the side of Evoks. A defense that must hold for 7 minutes and 31 seconds if they want to move on the fight. We United. Gonna be Oob here on the Reaper, Miker on the Mercy, Evo going to be on the Roadhog, Relay on Reinhardt, Vainless on the Zenyatta, and Logic's going to be on the McCree.
Yep, this former Gringos squad, this former Northern Gaming Blue squad, now queued up as the Bringos, is going to be on offense. I just think Bringos is a great name. I hope no matter what happens that name stays. Mint is going to be on the Reinhardt. Nutty B will be on the Lucio. Again, great Lucio names all across the board, generally. Shades is going to be playing the Genji. Ladano will play on the McCree. Zaffi is on the Zarya. And Yuri is on the Zenyatta.
Alrighty, well, offense now going to be on the way. The timer is beginning. The gates are open, and here we go. Map number 3. It will be decided here. We'll see if the Bringos can pull this out where they were down 1-0. They were down 2 rounds of King of the Hill. It would be quite the comeback if they brought up. And they're speeding up super quickly here. A big Reinhardt charge to start this out. Almost gets the pin. We'll see if this works out for them, but they do have them under pressure. Zenyatta almost going down here. The Ladano takes out Logix. The McCree versus McCree pick is real. Ladano on the double kill. And the Blitz offense, rarely seen here in Dorado, actually working out, Hex.
That's about as aggressive as you can get. I mean, we've seen Winston offenses try to do something similar. I actually like that variation better. While you did lose your Reinhardt early on, he did a ton of damage. Everyone got cleaned up by Ladano in the back lines. That's it. That's first point.
I'm on fire.
That is first point in a dominant fashion. I mean, Evoks just got kicked right out of there. And again, just came down to... Really, we could give a lot of praise to Ladano, but let's give credit where credit is due. Mint's got a big charge in there and lived. Usually when a Reinhardt goes for the over-aggressive charge, they die immediately. He was able to get the right positioning, backed out, made enough space for Ladano to actually get those picks, as Shades right now, being really aggressive, takes out Logix, and not a good game for Logix here thus far.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is a better variation of the offense we see sometimes when teams run that Winston over the top just because the damage he got in there. You know your tank's going to die. It's about what can he get done before he dies. And as you mentioned, Mint got a couple hammer swings in there, softened everyone up. Great cleanup.
Indeed. Well, Shades right now does have Dragon Blade at the ready. A lot of ultimates right now in favor of the offense. Ladano even taking out Relay, so this is really not what Evoks wants. Evoks is disintegrating before our eyes right now. Oob, though, in the backline does get the double kill on the Urine Ladano. Sort of some of the sanity that I guess was needed from the Evoks here. Evok himself getting on the Zaffy. I keep wanting to say Zapri, and I know that was wrong, so just sort of, error, caster, malfunction, blue screen. But either way, that's going to be a hold here coming out from the defense.
Well, yeah, they did stabilize, and they needed it, because it was looking really rough for them. Ladano got himself in a weird position. He was kind of holding secondary on the roof, getting some nice kills, or getting some nice shots in, but he was not long for this world based on that positioning. They're opting not to pressure the high ground. They're going to make them bring the fight to them.
And Graviton Surge does come out here from the offensive system. Shades for 3 full kills off the Dragon Blade. He's not done. He picks up a 4th, goes in for a little bit more.
Oh god, he gets Oob at the end.
Got the 5th. So Shades, who's really had a rough day in Genji, coming in the clutch there, though really a lot of that's set up by Zaf. Zaf able to get that going. And now time-wise, lots of time remaining right now for the Bringos, and they're piling on. 2 extra kills from Shades. This is what we want to see from Shades all day, coming in better late than never. And now, very rough here for the Evoks, as Evoks has to hold for 4 minutes and 38 seconds, X.
As I mentioned, possible, but they're not even in the position they want to be holding yet, either. And now they're going to have to eat this Fire Strike because they can't dodge it, really. And yeah, it's already going to be a Mexican showdown here.
Oh, Shades going right in. Earth Shatter coming in from the defense, trying to have some sanity. Relay does set up his team for 3 kills.
All right, they needed that.
They're going to hold here.
Yeah, they needed that to be able to stabilize at top there. Had they lost that fight, that was going to be map and over. So now they're in position to hold. As I've mentioned, we've seen teams, not in this meta though, so who knows if everything changes. Everything gets a little bit different every time a patch comes out. But we've seen teams hold Dorado last very long.
Ladon right now is going to be coming up for the flank. And I mean, the interesting thing here is that with no teams running Mercy, the first pickoff, if it is a McCree, is so incredibly vital because there's no way of undoing that mistake. It's not, all right, wait 8 seconds, here comes Mercy Res. Not even a thing anymore. At least not the way teams playing. Sembera, though, comes out from the defense. Oob holding onto his Dragon Blade, not using it just yet. Opting for a little bit of caution. We'll see if he regrets that. Dragon Blade does come out a little bit later in the fight. 5v5 right now between both teams, and the better Dragon Blade coming up from Shades. Able to win the Genji on Genji battle, but Logic's winning the McCree battle here thus far, takes out Ladano, and Zap perhaps not going to be long for this world, as should be able to get the last few left clicks on him.
No, it's 3v2 in favor of the offense.
I don't know, you'd think he'd be fine, but actually
Yuri
ended up getting sworn down then. Defense, though, is going to reinforce. One downside, though, is that Logic's will be down for a little bit, as Relay going to eat the big charge, goes down the mint, perhaps overstayed his welcome, and the offense now on the verge of closing this out, as Logic's now finally getting back to the fight.
Mint charge from like 2 miles away. I think he came from Gibraltar. That was the longest charge I've ever seen.
It is incredibly likely. Well, the offense getting 4 kills. Logic's one of the last people up. McCree's good. He's not this good. He spins his camera. He knows it's over. And just like that, the Bringos have brought it back. The comeback dream is real, and as a result, it's going to be Bringos moving forward to fight We United in the winners finals.
Mint hit 2 of the longest charges I've ever seen in my life. One to open up the map and one to close it. Like, he was coming just to reinforce, and then I think he was just gifted with a charge target towards the end there. Just amazing play. He also was playing a really nice D.Va early on, too. Some love to the tank play of Mint there for sure. That is Bringos going up to face We United. What a battle of names we have today. It's not Gringos.